A neighbour of the 69-year-old woman who was so brutally killed in Auckland says she saw a man fitting the police's description of the potential suspect. Tian was found dead by family members at her Te Atatu home last Friday. Police are still hunting for a attacker. She'd been struck with great force about the face and head several times. Now today the police have called for sightings of a man in his 20s dressed in a green and white tracksuit and white cap. They say he was on Glenville Lane about lunchtime on Friday. Our police reporter Carla Penman went and spoke to neighbours and others in the community, and she joins us again. Carla, it's nice to have you back. What did you learn today?
Well, today I went along to the scene, to Glenville Lane, and there was still police tape everywhere, still a heavy police presence. And I went about door knocking with a number of the neighbours, and it was mostly vacant in the area, but I did speak to one neighbour who only lives 2 doors down, and she had this to say.
Like around about 18 years.
18 years. Did you know the woman that was...
No, I didn't know her, but I've seen her around doing her garden and sweeping her concrete.
Oh, wow. Do you know what she was like, or do you know any of the other neighbours that knew her as well?
No, they were quiet. They kept to themselves.
Did you ever see her daughter and son-in-law as well?
Yeah, not often, but I've seen them drive in and drive out.
Do you know how long they've been living at the property?
I would say probably less than 10 years.
Oh, right. Are you concerned for being quite close in proximity to where it happened?
Yeah, I am. I'm a bit concerned because we live to the alleyway, so people come and go. Yeah, a little bit scary.
And police have today said that they're looking for, or appealing for sightings of a man dressed in a green and white tracksuit with a white baseball cap in his 20s on the Friday around lunchtime. Were you around at the time?
Yeah, I was here. I was looking after my granddaughter and my son.
Did you see someone that fitted that description or anything unusual?
Yeah, I did see somebody.
Who did you see?
What the cops described.
So you told the police that you'd seen someone suspecting suspiciously?
Yeah.
Can you tell me anything more about this person?
No, just that he was casual about it. If it was him, I don't know.
And are you guys doing anything differently, given that this person or persons that has done it?
We lock up all the time until we go in and out.
So Carla, a sighting of somebody in the green and white tracksuit. You spoke to other people out there in Te Atatu?
Yes, I spoke to a mother of 2 who lived just around the corner, and she didn't want to be named or on camera, and she said that she was particularly wanting to hear from the police as to whether it was an intruder who was intending to commit this crime, or if it really was a burglary gone wrong. But regardless of that, she said that she was actively upping the security at her house and keeping her kids inside. And then it also went out to the sort of around the corner. There's the main sort of township just there, and I went and spoke to a few members of the community, and there's definitely a sense of fear for their own safety and their families.
Okay, so
I think the whole community is pretty shaken. I've lived here for 25 years, I suppose. You know, any area things happen, but not a murder. So I think everybody's a little bit fearful. We're a close community, so everybody sort of pulls together, and so yeah, it's just really sad.
Nothing like this has happened. Been here for over 20 years, and I mean, just goes to show that it can happen anywhere, and I think it's really sad, and especially because it's an elderly person.
Carla, yesterday the police were saying there's a huge list of persons of interest, right? Today they are talking specifically about green and white tracksuit and white hat man. Does that mean the huge list has gone, or is there still lots and lots of broad brushstroking going on here?
Well, the police would not front today, so we don't know at this stage if that is the case. It would appear that this particular person that they've called for sightings of seems to be of the most interest at the moment, but we don't know if it's just that one person at this stage. But as for tonight, there's going to be a candlelit vigil held at the local church, at the Te Atatu Baptist Church, starting in about an hour and a bit.
For people who don't know this community, it really is a slightly old-fashioned part of Auckland, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly seems that way, and the feeling they got from the community is a very close-knit, and they all want to be there for each other, and all saying this kind of thing really doesn't happen in that suburb.
Yeah.